Poetry is a constant battle between order and chaos. For centuries, poets built their work inside strict containers. Think of the sonnet, a perfect 14-line house of logic. It presents a problem, and then, at a critical turn called the volta, it changes direction, revealing its soul. These rules weren't just for show. They provided discipline and a connection to history, a way of talking back to Shakespeare. Another fixed form, the Villanelle, is a poem of obsession. With its 2 repeating lines, it creates a circular, looping feeling, making it perfect for a thought you can't escape. When Dylan Thomas writes, "Do not go gentle into that good night," the repeated lines build a devastating power, trapping you in his grief. These traditional forms offered a sense of stability in a seemingly predictable world. But then the 20th century arrived, shattered by World War I and industrialization. The old containers felt too small, too neat for the new reality. Modernist poets like T.S. Eliot declared, "Make it new." They threw out the rulebook in favor of free verse, where rhythm follows emotion, not a metronome. Their poems were fragmented, like a collage of broken glass. They placed completely different images side by side without explanation, forcing the reader to build meaning in the gap. The difficulty was the point. They wanted you to work. So the shape of a poem is never an accident. It's a statement. A sonnet suggests the world can be understood through logic and order. A fragmented free verse poem argues that meaning must be assembled from chaos. Every poem is a map of a mind trying to find its shape in the world. You just have to learn how to read it.